Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Amagyanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakkhurinmiletam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Tapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanam Cha Sirupam Sagrajatam Saganasi Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Ritam Sri Visakham Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha kalpatarubhascha kurpa sindhuvaiva cha patitanam pavanabhya vaishnavya namo namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Samiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Sunyavadi Pasat Desa Tarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Hare Krishna, as we know that the most auspicious activities upcoming, that is the very august auspicious advent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day is upcoming on Friday. So this is a very important festival for the Gaudiya Vaishnava, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most munificent incarnations, and he appeared to deliver the fallen conditioned soul. Pati tapavana hetu tava avatara. So pati tapavana hetu tava avatara. Patita means fallen. So particularly in this age of Kali, almost all are fallen. So Lord, out of his causeless mercy, appears as a very, very munificent incarnation to deliver the conditioned soul, particularly in this very dark age of Kali. Therefore, the Vedic scriptures proclaims very loudly that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most munificent, most magnanimous incarnation. Irrespective, despite our shortcoming, despite our despite this age is very abominable, but Mahaprabhu makes this abominable age as worshipable by distributing the love of Godhead, by distributing this holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Therefore, this Gaura Purnima is very, very important, very significant for all these Gaudiya Vaishnava to commemorate the magnanimous mercy of Lord Chaitanya. So on these notes, we will start this teaching of Lord Chaitanya, because there is a marathon series for Gaura Purnima special lectures. So we will continue with teaching of Lord Chaitanya, which is very, very core philosophical subject matter of Chaitanya Charitamrita. So we have already completed the teaching to Rupa Goswami, and we also completed the first part of teaching to Lord Chaitanya teaching to Sanatana Goswami. Now we are going to the second part of teaching to Sanatana Goswami. Prabhupada has beautifully compiled a book called Teaching of Lord Chaitanya. That is very, very important book of knowledge, because the most important core philosophical subject matter is there in this book. Very important to know that, that philosophy, without understanding the philosophy, without understanding the teaching of Lord Chaitanya, we cannot advance in Krishna consciousness. Even we cannot sustain it by sustain our bhakti simply by sentiment. So this is very, very paramount important for the devotees to learn, to understand the teaching of Lord Chaitanya. So on this notes, we will continue the teaching of Lord Chaitanya to Sanatana Goswami. So when Sanatana Goswami met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Varanasi, so Lord, out of his causeless mercy, he taught to, every day he taught to Sanatana Goswami for 2 months. 2 months, whole day actually. I mean 9 to 5, like whole day. So in the beginning, when Sanatana Goswami came and prostrated obeisances fall into the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu took off and he started, and Sanatana Goswami asked that, Ke Ami, who am I? What is my identity? So Lord spoke that your identity is not only your identity, every living entity identity is Nitya Krishna Radasa. Jivara Swarupa hoy Nitya Krishna Radasa. The constitutional position of the Jiva is the servant of the Krishna. And we are all part and parcel of the Lord. Qualitatively one, but quantity is different. Lord is Vibhu, Lord is great, we are very small. Lord is infinite, we are infinite, Sima. Just like a drop of water and ocean. Both are salty, but ocean is quantitatively much greater than the drop of the ocean. So this is called Veda Aveda, Achinta Veda with the philosophy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So after teaching that, then he told that Lord, all the living entities, actually, although part and parcel of the Lord, although are meant to be associated with the Lord in the spiritual world, because they misdirected, they mm, they want to separately, they desire to separately enjoy from Krishna, separate from Krishna. They want to enjoy this material world separate from Krishna. Therefore, they have fallen down. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said this is just a recap of this last session, so that we can continue it. So here it is said that Krishna bhuli se jiva anadi bahirmukha teva maya tare de sansara dukha. When the living entity forgets the Supreme Lord, wants to enjoy himself independently, imitating the Supreme Lord, I am the Krishna, I am the Master. Sometimes we have a tendency that, just like a employee has a tendency, I want to be an employer, I want to be a boss. So that tendency is there. Therefore, we are called marginal energy. Imitating the Supreme Lord, he is captured by the false notion that he is the enjoyer and is separated from Supreme Lord. This material energy is therefore very much troublesome to the spiritual energy, the living entity. See, therefore we are suffering in this material world, because we want to enjoy independently of the Krishna. So, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued his teaching that how to get out from this clutches of Maya. As long as we are in Maya, we are in a very inconvenient situation because Maya, the intrinsic inherent qualities of Maya to give suffering. Adhyatmik, Adi Bhautik, Adi Daivik. Birth, death, disease, old age. So all this suffering is there. However sophisticated environment, gorgeous arrangement we create by our economic development, by our political maneuvering, by scientific advancement, we cannot surpass the birth, death, disease, old age. These are the four principal misery, obnoxious misery. Krishna say in 13th chapter that 13:8-9 that Janma Murtu Jara Vyadhi Dukha Dosanu Darsana. The four principal misery. Even after one is successful, like Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Tendulkar, Ronaldo, or a great rich man like Elon Musk, or Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, they cannot surpass the death. It is stated one of the beautiful verses in Bhagavatam. This verses is yes, this is the verses. There's a verse in Bhagavatam. It is stated here that Materialistic activity are always mixed with three kind of miserable condition: adhyatmic, adidoibic, adibhautik. Adhyatmic means the suffering from our body and mind. Adibhautik, adidoibic means suffering by the demigods, calamities and all, which is out of our control. Adibhautik means it is by others. So therefore, even if one achieves some success by performing such activity, what is the benefit of this success? One is still subject to the birth, death, disease, old age, the reaction of his spiritual activity. So even after one is a Bill Gates, one is a very rich person, illustrious person, one is very famous person. But what is the use of that? He is subject to die today or tomorrow. Is a matter of time. He cannot maintain the status quo. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, you have to get out. There is a formula to get out. He told you should take shelter of the Sadhu Shastra Guru. By taking shelter of the Sadhu Shastra Guru, we can get out from this clutches of. He told this he instructed to Sanatan Goswami, beautiful verses. Shastra Guru Atma Rupe Aponara Janana Krishna Moro Prabhu Tara Jivero Hoye Jnana. So the forgetful conditioned soul is educated by Krishna through Vedic literature, realized spiritual master and super soul. Through these, he can understand the Supreme Personality of God at ages, and he can understand that Lord Krishna is his eternal master and deliverer from clutches of Maya. In this way, one can acquire real knowledge of his conditioned life, can come to understand how to attain liberation. That is the way when you surrendering to this Krishna or spiritual master, one can get the knowledge how to get out from the clutches of Maya. And he can get out. We can know that. And in this regard, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said a very nice parable, a story that an astrologer approached to a poor man. He told that your father has, why you are so poverty stricken in such a destitute situation? Because you don't know your father has kept hidden treasure for you. Then he informed that poor guy that you dig, but you do not dig. If you dig in the north, south, west, you will get all this. You cannot get the hidden treasure. You have to dig east. Why? Because if you practice karma kanda, if you practice jnana kanda, if you practice dhyana kanda, dhyana, meditation process, mystic yogi process, all these three things you cannot get it, your hidden treasure. But in the east side, which is called bhakti yoga, then you can get it. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said the only way to get out from the clutches of Maya and go back to Godhead is by bhakti. So he quoted a beautiful verses 11, 14, 20 and 21 that Krishna says to Uddhava that na sadhayati mam yogyo na sankhya dharma uddhava na swadhyaya tapastyaga jatha bhaktir mamorjita. He quoted these verses spoken by Krishna to Uddhava. My dear Uddhava, the unalloyed devotional service rendered to me by my devotee brings me under their control. I cannot be thus controlled by engaging in mystic yoga, Sankhya philosophy, pious work, Vedic study, austerity, or renouncement. So Krishna is very categorically saying by bhakti only you can get out. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, and further he said that this Krishna is the Supreme Lord. All Vedic literature is say Krishna. Sometimes people argue that why the other Purana say that Lord Shiva is great, Lord Brahma is great. So in this regard, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised to Sanatana Goswami that you should read the Shastra, all the Purana together, collectively. Then what will happen? There are many types of Vedic literature, supplementary Purana. In each of them, there are particular demigods who are spoken as a chief of demigods. This is just to create an illusion for moving, non-moving living entity. Let them perpetually engage in such imagination. However, when one analytically studies all this Vedic literature collectively, he comes to the conclusion that Lord Vishnu is the one and only Supreme Personality of God. We must know that. Bhakti means two Supreme Personality of God, and he is Krishna or Vishnu. So we should collectively read all this Vedic literature and we can come into the conclusion that Krishna or Vishnu is the Supreme Personality of God. And later on he told the beautiful verses, he told in all the Vedas, Lord Krishna say, what is the purpose of all Vedic literature? He quoted a beautiful verses from Bhagavatam. What is the purpose of all Vedic literature? On whom they focus? Who is the object of all speculation? Outside me, no one knows these things. Now you should know that all these activity are aimed at obtaining and setting forth me. The purpose of the Vedic literature is to know me by different speculation, either by indirect understanding or by dictionary understanding. Everyone is speculating about me. The essence of all Vedic literature is to distinguish me from Maya. By considering the illusory energy, one comes to the platform of understanding me. In this way, one becomes free from speculation about Vedas and comes to me as a conclusion that one is satisfied. So this is very important from the Bhagavatam. He says that all this Vedic literature, they have different opinion, but their conclusion has to be one, Krishna. Vedaischa sarve ahame. In this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was teaching this Chaitanya to Sanatana Goswami what is the constitutional position of living entity, how the living entity entrapped very pathetically in this material world, in this material body, how to get out from these clutches of Maya. And he told also essence of bhakti, the solution to all the things. Then he started speaking about the um, this opulence, the different form of Krishna. First of all, he established that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. His name is Govinda. He is in Golokabunda, Golokdham. So here he is saying that you should know Krishna to be the original soul of all Atma, living entity. For the benefit of whole universe, he has out of his causeless mercy appeared as an ordinary human being. He has done by the strength of his own internal potency. Krishna also say that Atma Mayaya. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna say that 8.6 that I appear, although I am unborn, but I appear in every millennia by my internal energy. I appear as my transcendental form. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also say that Krishna is the soul of all Atmas. So then he start explaining this beautiful thing that that how Krishna he with a single fragment of myself I pervade and support this entire universe. 25% of his creation is material world, but 75 is spiritual world. So then Mahaprabhu is explaining the different forms of Krishna. So Mahaprabhu say only by devotional activity can one understand the transcendental form of the Lord, which is perfect in all respect. Although his form is one, he can expand his form into unlimited number by his supreme will. Krishna Eka Sama Bahu. So one Krishna, but he can expand into so many forms. Advaitam Achyutam Anadir Anantarupam. Anantarupam, unlimited. It is stated that like a waves in the ocean. One cannot count. It's unlimited. Asankhya Hari Avatar. Hari Avatar is Asankhya. He started with teaching that Supreme Personality of Godhead exists in three principal forms: Swayam Rupa, Tadekatmaka Rupa, Avhesa Rupa. The three forms of Lord. We will understand that what is that Swayam Rupa, Tadatmaka, Avhesa Rupa. So the Swayam Rupa is that, we say that in Bhagavatam, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Original form, like Vrindavan cowherd boy. That is the original form of the Lord, cowherd boy. That is called Swayam Rupa. That form is called Swayam Rupa. Ishwara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiri Adiri Govindaya Sarva Karan Kan. That is called Swayam Rupa. Sachidananda Rupa. Vrindavan cowherd boy. And there is nothing superior to Govinda. He is the ultimate source and cause of all cause. His name is Govinda. And his abode is Golok Vrindavan. That is his original form. As a cowherd boy. Tadatmika form also described in that what is this Tadatmika? Tadek 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 Atma Rupa form exists simultaneously with the Swayam Rupa form are non-different. At the same time, their bodily feature and specific activities appear to be different. Tadatmaka Rupa forms are divided into Swansva Vilasa. Lord Krishna Avesa form are associated here. It is said that although Lord has different expansion, but non-different. All are non-different. That simultaneously, although the forms are non-different actually. At the same time, their bodily features and activities are little bit of different, but they are non-different. So Lord Krishna Avesa form also explained in Laghu Bhagavatamrutam. This is by Rupa Goswami. Living entity who is specially empowered by the Lord with a knowledge of strength is technically called Avesa Rupa. As stated in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna Sakti Vina Tara Nahi Prabhatana. They are empowered. Saktavesa Avatara. Avesa means Saktavesa. Empower incarnation. There's so many empower incarnation is there. Narad also empower incarnation. Parsuram is empower incarnation. There's so many. Vyasadeva is empower incarnation. Lord Buddha is empowered incarnation. So there's so many empowered incarnation is there. Sometimes devotees are Satyavesa avatar. We say that Prabhupada also Satyavasa because one cannot preach without empowered by Krishna. Prabhupada also Satyavesa avatar. Krishna Sakti Vina Nahi Tara Prabhatana. Unless a devotee is specially empowered by the Lord, he cannot preach the holy name of the Lord all over the world. This is explanation of Avhesha Rupa. So the original form of the Lord Swayam Rupa is exhibited in two forms, Swayam Rupa, Swayam Prakasa. In his original form as a Swayam Rupa, Krishna is observed as a cowherd boy. There are Swayam Rupa is two types, Swayam Rupa, Swayam Prakasa. Swayam Rupa is the original cowherd boys in Vrindavan. In his original Krishna, in original form, Krishna manifests himself in two features, Prabhava, Vaibhava. Expand his one original form into many he did during Rasa Leela. So, the same Krishna in Vrindavan, Swayam Rupa, he manifested in Rasa Leela as so many millions of Krishna. Same feature, everything same. Same feature, and dancing with all the gopis. So that is called is Prabhava, expand. Prabhava. Prabhava means he expand himself. When the Lord married to 16,100 wives at Dwaraka, he expanded himself into many forms. These expansion at Rasa dance are called Prabhava Prakasa according to the extent of levels. So Lord also, when Narada Muni came to visit Dwaraka, he was wondering how attending to all this. I can't do that. He is attending all these 16,108 wives. When he came in, saw that 16,108 buildings are there, different palaces, and Krishna is present in every palaces. Somewhere he is eating, somewhere he is sleeping, somewhere he is playing with kids. Every palace, everywhere he was there. He was spanning 16,108. These are called Swayam Rupa, but it's Prabhava Swayam Rupa, Prabhava Prakash. Manifestation of Prabhava, influence, Prabhava Prakash. It is astonishing that Lord Krishna, who is one without a second, expanded himself 16,000 similar form to marry 16,000 queen in their respective homes. See, Narada Muni was very astonishing. See that if one form of feature is differently manifested according to different emotional feature, it is called Vaibhava Prakash. These are technical things. They have Swayam Rupa has two types, Prabhava Prakasa and Vaibhava. Prabhava Prakasa is he expanded in Rasa Leela, expanded in Dwaraka. Here Vaibhava Prakasa is emotional, different emotional features, such as Balaram. When the Lord expands himself into innumerable form, there is no difference in the form, but due to different features, bodily color, weapon, names are different. Form is not different. Lord form is same, but bodily color, different features, weapons, that may be different. In different Vedic scriptures, there are prescribed rules and regulative principles worshipping different types of form. When one is purified by these rules, regulations, such He worship you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, although manifest in many forms. Then who is Vaibhava Prakash? The first manifestation of Vaibhava feature is Krishna is Balaramji. See, Balaram Krishna is non-different. Emotion is different. Color is different. Otherwise, both are Supreme Lord. Balaram and Krishna have different body colors. But otherwise, Balaram is equal to Krishna in all respect. Bodily color only. So here Prabhupada is writing very nice yeah, to explain the difference between Swayam Rupa, Tadatmaka Rupa, Avesa, Prabhava and Vaibhava. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given the following description in the beginning of Krishna. In the beginning, Krishna has three bodily features. Swayam Rupa is a cowherd boy in Vrindavan. Tadatmaka Rupa, which is divided into Sohamsaka, Vilasa, then Avesa Rupa. Sohamsaka expansion of the original potency as a Karnadaka Sai Vishnu, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, Khirodaka Sai Vishnu. Incarnations such as fish, tortoise, boar, Narsimha. The Vilasa Rupa has a Prabhava division, including Vasudev, Sankarsan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. There is also Vaibhava division. So all these technical things are there. I will show you one the beautiful slide, so you will easily understand that how it is. So example of Vaibhava Prakasa, we will talk about the example of Vaibhava Prakasa. First, we are talking about Swayam Rupa only. Swayam Rupa has two things. Prabhava means Krishna's as a Rasalila, he expand himself. And also, Swayam Rupa has two features. He is a single cowherd boy. Also, he expand himself. That is called Prabhava Prakasa. Vaibhava Prakasa is different. Is different, little bit of feature is different. Color is different, like Balaram. Also, example of Vaibhava Prakasa is son of Devaki. He sometimes has two hands, sometimes has four hands. See, here it is important. When Krishna appeared as a son of Devaki, he was appeared as a 400 Vishnu. Then they asked this parent Devaki and Vasudeva asked him to assume a 200 form. The Lord immediately assumed a 200 form order that he be transferred to Gokul on the Jamuna. So this is called Vaibhava Prakash. Vaibhava Prakash. Sometimes it is 200, sometimes it is 400 Vaibhava. When Lord is 200, he is called as Vaibhava Prakasa. When he is 400, he is called Prabhava Prakash. 200 is called Vaibhava Prakash. When it is 400, Prabhava Prakash. In his original form, Lord dresses like a cowherd boy, think himself one. When he appears as a Vasudev, son of Vasudev Devaki, his dress and consciousness are those of Kshatriya warrior. Although he 200 form, but his emotions, his characteristic is different. He appears as a Kshatriya, dressed like a warrior. So that is called Vaibhava Prakash. So that is technical difference of different form. When one compares the beauty, opulence, sweetness, intellectual pastime of Vasudeva, the warrior, to Krishna, the cowherd boy, son of Nanda Maharaj, one sees that Krishna attributes are more pleasant. Indeed, Vasudeva is agitated. Just see, this is the beautiful thing about the beauty of the Krishnas. Even the Vasudeva, Lord Vasudeva, when he saw the Krishna, he was agitated. He was, oh, so sweet of Govinda, beautiful. Krishna is very, very beautiful. There is beautiful verses from Bhagavatam quoted here, 10:14, I think 10:14, sorry, Lalita Madhava. It is all. It says that, my dear friend, this dramatic actor appears like a second form of my own self, like a picture. Display my pastime as a cowherd boy overflowing with wonderful activity of sweetness, fragrance. So here it is Krishna so beautiful that everybody is longing for that. Vasudeva is wanted Krishna to see this beautiful form. Who manifest an abundance of sweetness greater than mine, which has never experienced before, which causes wonder to all. Alas, I myself, my mind bewildered upon seeing this beauty, impetuously desired to enjoy Srimati Radharani. This spoke by the Vasudev to Dwaraka, is recorded by Rupa Goswami, Lalita Madhava. So Krishna's beauty is so good, so opulence, that gopis are really cursing this Brahma. Why you are creating such a eyelid that For that blink of moment, we cannot see the Lord. So then we will talk about, now we have finished this. There are three kind of rupa. One is Swayam Rupa, Tadatmaka Rupa, and Avesa Rupa, or Sakta Avesa, Avesa Rupa. So we have already completed to know about. Finally, I will show you this slide so that we can understand very easily. So we understand that in Swayam Rupa is original cowherd by Vrindavan. It is called Prabhava and Vaibhava. Prabhava Prakash means when he expand as a 16,100 wife, expand as a millions of Krishna, billions of Krishna with gopis Rasalila. That is called Prabhava. Vaibhava means different features. Although all are non-different, Balaramji. And when Krishna also appeared as a 200 form, 400 form as a Vishnu and 200 form as a, again changed to 200 form. That is called Vaibhava Prakash. Because Krishna's mood is different, emotion is different. He's like a Kshatriya warrior. He's not a cowherd boy. So therefore it is called Vaibhava Prakash. After that, we will talk about the Tadatmaka Rupa, the second form. They are they are called pastime expansion, Vilasa and personal expansion, so on. So these are all pastime expansion called Vilasa Rupa, and two type of Tadatmaka Rupa. One is Vilasa and so on. So we will see that. Consequently, there are two division according to pastime and personal expansion. There are various differences. So here it is say that difference is there. Again, Vilasa forms are divided into twofold, Prabhava, Vaibhava. Again, the pastime of these forms are unlimited varieties. So Lord so many forms, so many varieties. Advaitam, Anadir, Anantarupam. And chief quadruple expansion are named Vasudev, Sankarshan, Padunna. These are called Prabhava Vilasa. So we'll talk about the Tadatmika Vesa. In Tadatmika Vesa, there is called Vilasa and Sonsa. We'll talk about Vilasa Rupa. Vilasa also, there is a Prabhava Vilasa, Vaibhava Vilasa. Prabhava Vilasa is the first when Krishna expand to Balaram, then Balaram expand to the four things, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. That is the first Vasudev, first Sankarshan, first Pradyumna, first Aniruddha. That is called Prabhava Vilas. Then Balaram, who is the same original form of Krishna, is himself as a cowbird in Vrindavan. He also considered himself a member of Kshatriya race in Dwaraka. Thus his colored dress are different. He is called pastime form of Krishna. Balaram also called Vilasa form. And he expanded into Vasudev all the things. Balaram is Vaibhava Prakasa, manifestation of Krishna. He is also manifested in the original quadruple expansion of Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. These are the Prabhava Vilasa expansion with different emotion. So Balaram expanded, and Balaram also as a Vilas, Prabhava Vilasa, because pastime incarnation. So he expanded into Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. They are called Prabhava Vilas. The first expansion of Chaturvya quadruple form is unique. There is nothing to compare with them. The quadruple forms are the source of unlimited quadruple form. First quadruple means 400 form like Vasudev, Aniruddha, Sankarshan. So all these 400 form, from that 400, so many 400 form comes. These four Prabhava pastime form of Lord Krishna reside eternally at Dwaraka and Mathura. They are at Dwaraka and of Mathura. 400 forms. From the original quadruple expansion, 24 forms are manifested. They differ according to the placement of weapon, their forehand. They are called Vaibhava Blast. So the Prabhava Blast is four original Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Vasudeva, Anuruddha. They are residing in Mathura and Dwaraka. From them, there are unlimited. Particularly, they say that 24 manifestation. 24 manifestation, different hand, like some having right hand Shankha, some having right hand Chakra, some having right hand Gada, different weapons they are holding. Placement of weapon, therefore, and they are called Vaibhava Vilas. Otherwise, they are non-different. Non-different. Lord Krishna again expands within the Prabhayam A spiritual sky is situated fullness as a 400 Narayan, according to 400 Narayana, accompanied by the expansion of original quadruple form. So, spiritual sky, Golok Vrindavan, so which is divided into two parts called Mathura and Dwarka. The resident of Krishna on his Prabhava Vilasa form, like all the Vasudev, Sankarsan. Balaram Krishna's Vaibhav Prakasa is eternally situated in Gokula. From the quadruple Prabhava Vilasa, 24 forms of the expansion, 24 forms of the Vaibhav Vilas are explained. Each has 400 holding weapon different positions. Topmost planet in the spiritual sky is Golok Vrindavan. Below that planet is spiritual sky itself. First Golok Vrindavan, then spiritual sky. In that spiritual sky, Krishna himself is 400 and is situated in Narayan. Spiritual sky, he was like Narayan, floating as Narayan. And I mean, as a Narayana manifestation, not floating on the ocean. Thus, original quadruple form again manifest themselves in a second set of quadruple expansion. The residents of those second quadruple expansion cover the four direction. So again from four Vasudev, Sankarsan, Aniruddha, again another four is coming. Again this quadruple form expanded three times beginning Kesava, that is the fulfillment of pastime forms. All the pastime forms, this one. Kesava, then there are three expansion is every form, named differently according to the position of the weapon. The Vasudeva expansion are Kesava, Narayana, Madhava. The expansion of Sakarsan is Govinda, Vishnu, Madhusudan. We are just putting Tilak. They are all the expansion. They are all the expansion of four. Second four expansion. The four expansion and second four expansion of Vasudev. Second Sankarsan, second Vasudev. All these 12 are coming. Kesava, Narayana, Madhava, Govinda, everything. The expansion of Paduna, Tirvikrama, Vamana, Sridharaya, Aniruddha, Aniruddha, Hishikesa, Padmanabha, and Damodar. All 12 places, Tilak, they are all the deities. They are the expansion of the all the Chaturbhyuha, second Chaturbhyuha. These 12 are the predominating deity of 12 months. They are also predominating deity of 12 months. Kesava is the predominating deity of Agraharana. Narayana is predominating deity of Pausa. All these 12 months is there. So predominating deity of month is Magha, is Madhava. Predominating deity of month of Phalguna is Govinda. Vishnu is predominating deity of Chaitra. Madhusudan is predominating deity of Vaishakha. So all they are predominating deity of different months. In the month of Jaishta, predominating deity is Trivikrama. In Asada, deity is Vamana, Rathayatra. In Shravana, the deity is Sridhara. In Bhadra, deity is Rishikesh. So these are all different predominating deity. Month of Ashwina, predominating deity is Padmanabha. Kartika, it is Damodar. Therefore, we are doing Kartik month. Why? Why we are worshipping Damodar? Because its predominating deity is also Damodar. This Damodar is different from Radha Damodar. Radha Damodar is a different pastime. This Damodar is different. Radha Damodar means Krishna is original form, Swayam Prakash, son of Nanda Maharaj Vrindavan. But this Damodar is expansion of second Chaturbhyuha. That is different. Of course, in a way, Krishna's expansion, but different in kind in terms of features and emotion. When putting the 12 tilak mark on the 12 places body, one has to chant the mantra consisting this 12 Vishnu. Also, when one anoint different part, this is why we are this shastric injunction. Different part of the body with water, this name should be chanted as one touches each part of the body. The purport these verses is there, wait to keep everything. From Vasudev, Sankarsan, Paduna, Anuruddha, these are 8 additional pastime expansion. O Sanatan, please hear me as I mention their names. The 8 pastimes are Purushottam, Achyuta, Nrsimha, Janardhan, Hari, Krishna, Adokya, Jopendra. So in this way, total 24. 12 month, 12 deities, all the 12 tilak, plus this 8, 20, plus second Chaturvyu, 24. So total 24 is coming from the original 4 Vasudevs, original Vasudev, Sankarsan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. And this original is coming from the expansion of Balaram. which is a Vaibhava Prakash. So details given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. On this 8 expansion, 2 are pastime of Vasudev, names are Adokya the Purushottam, 2 pastime of Sankarshan or Upendra Achutya, and 2 pastime form of Padumna, Narsingha, Janardhan. The pastime form of Aniruddha is Hari and Krishna. All these 24 forms constitute the chief Prabhava Vilas, pastime of the Lord. They are named differently according to the position of the weapon in their hands, called Prabhava Vilas. Of these forms are differ in dress, feature, and distinguished as Vaibhava Vilas. Of them, Padmanabha, Trivikama, Narsingha, Vamana, Hari Krishna, so all have different bodily features. Vasudeva and 3 others are the direct Prabhava pastime forms of Lord Krishna. Of this quadruple form, the pastime expansion are 20 in number. All these forms preside over the different Vaikuntha planet in spiritual world. Beginning from the east in the consecutive order, there are 3 different forms in each of the 8 directions. So there are so many Vaikuntha planets are there. So they are situated in that. Although they all have their residence eternal in the spiritual sky, some of them are situated within the material universe also. Some of them are material universes also. There is an eternal residence in Narayana in the spiritual sky. In the upper portion of the spiritual sky is a planet known as Krishna Loko, which is filled with all opulences. That is Krishna Loko, means Golok Vrindavan. The planet of Krishna Loko is divided into 3 sections: Gokul, Mathura, and Dwaraka. Lord Kesava eternally resides at Mathura. Lord Purushottam, known as by name Jagannath, eternally resides as Nilachar. And at Prayag, Lord is situated in Bindu Madhav. At Mandara Parvat, Lord is known as Madhusudan, Vasudev, Padmanama, Janardhan resided. So many details is given. Vishnu Kanchi, there is a Lord Vishnu at Mayapur, Lord Hari, and throughout the universe, variety of other forms. So Lord is explaining different forms of the Lord, how they are situated in different place. The universe Lord is situated different spiritual manifestations. These are situated on 7 islands and 9 sections. Thus their pastime are going on. Jambu Deepa, there are 7 deepas are there. So Bhuloko is 7 island deepas, Jambu Deepa and all. And outer space is like a ocean of air, just as there are island in the watery ocean. So Prabhupada says that this island outer space there are 9 khandas: Bharata, Kinnara, Hari, Kuru, Hiran, Hiranyamana, Ramyaka, Ilavrata in the center near Mount Meru. Vardhaswara, Ketumala, these are different part of Jambudipa. And the valley between 2 mountains is called Khanda or Varsa. The Lord is situated in all universe in different forms just to please his devotee. The Lord destroy religious principle, establish the religion. Whole idea of different forms is to यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मनं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधना विनाशे च दुष्कृतम् dharma sansthapanartha sambhavami juge juge. So many forms is getting. In the material world, Lord is situated different Archamurti, deity in the temple, just to decrease the material activities of conditioned soul, increase the spiritual activities. Particularly in India, there are many temples throughout the country. Devotee may take advantages of them, go to see Lord at Jagannath Puri, Vrindavan, Prayag, Mathura, Haridwar, Vishnu Kanchi. When the devotee travel to this place, see the Lord, they become very happy in devotional service. Of these forms, some are considered incarnation. Example, Lord Vishnu, Lord Trivikrama, Lord Narasimha, Lord Vamana. These are incarnation. My dear Sanatan, just hear from me as I tell you different Vishnu Murti hold their weapon, begin with the disc, how they are named different according to the placement of the weapon. So detailed, Lord is explaining. So in this way, Lord is explaining all 3 kind of things. There are 24 forms are there. वासुदेव, संकर्षण, प्रद्युम्न, अनिरुद्ध, केशव, नारायण, माधव, गोविंद, विष्णु, मधुसूदन, त्रिविक्रम, वामन, श्रीधर, ऋषिकेश, पद्मनाभ, दामोदर, पुरुषोत्तम, आच्युत्य, नरसिंह, जनार्दन, हरि, कृष्णा, अधोक्याज, उपेंद्र. 24 forms is coming from first Chaturvya. So then different forms is holding different. You can identify how they are holding the weapons. Pradyumna hold the disc, cons, club and lotus. Aniruddha hold disc, club, cons, lotus. Different way combination. So Lord is explaining so much details about this. So now after explaining all the things, he is going to the what is called Tadatmaka form. So Krishna has two forms. One is Swayam Bhagavan in Vrindavan, another is Purushottam, Lila Purushottam. Lila Purushottam means like Dwaraka, Mathura. They are Lila Purushottam. Different pastime. Now after defining all this Tadatmika Vesha, which is Bilasa form, now he is now explaining the so-and-so, his own personal expansion. So-and-so is explaining very nicely, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. First personal expansion is Sankarshan. Others are incarnation like fish incarnations. Sankarshan expand as Purusha, Vishnu, the incarnation is such as Matsya, fish incarnation appear in different yuga specific time. So here it is said that different Purusha avatar. Purusha avatar Lord are universal creation. These are Karanadakasai Vishnu or Mahavishnu, Garbhodakasai Vishnu, Kshirodakasai Vishnu. They are called personal expansion. There are also Lila avatar. These include Chatusana, the four Kumaras, Narada, Baraha, Matsya, Jagya, Naranarayana, Kadarmi, Kapila, uh, Haishashira, Hamsa. In this way, there are 24 incarnations given, 25 personality godhead known as Lila Avatar. And they appear in each day of Brahma or each Kalpa millennium. They are sometimes known as Kalpa Avatar also. Of this incarnation of Hansa, Mohini are neither permanent nor very well known. They are listed among the Prabhava Avatar. Kapila, Daitaraya, Rishabha, Dhanvantari, Vyasa are eternally situated, very widely known. They are also counted as Prabhava incarnation. Kumara, Matsya, they are Vaibhava Avatar. There are Prabhava Avatar, Vaibhava Avatar. So much technicality is there. There are 6 types of incarnation of Krishna. One comprises the incarnation of Vishnu, Purusha Avatar. Another is comprises of incarnation called Leela Avatar. Then there are incarnations that control the material quality called Guna Avatar, Vishnu, Brahma, Lord Shiva. Incarnations associated with the reign of Manu, Manvantara Avatar. Then Juga Avatar, incarnation in different millennium, Juga Avatar. Incarnation empowered living entity, Saktavesh Avatar. There are 6 kind of avatar. And all these things is given like the 8th canto of Bhagavatam, that all these 6 kind of avatar, Lila avatar, Manmant avatar, Juga avatar, all these things are given. Different, like Saktavesa avatar is Bhagavata Vesa, such as Kapil Dev, Rishabhadev, Saktavesa avatar, Sesnag, then Anantadev, then Lord Brahma is also Saktavesa, Chaturkumara, Chatusana, Chaturkumara. Narada Muni, Maharaj Prithu, Parsuram, these are all called, they are called Saktavesa Avatar, Avesa Avatar. And there are so many Juga Avatar also there, like Shukla whites in Satya Juga, Rakta in Tretya Yuga, Sham in dark blue, Dwapara Yuga, Krishna came. So, and Krishna is black, but in special case, Pita, yellow also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Kali Yuga. So, this is the Yuga avatar. Kali Yuga is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Yuga avatar. Then also it is stated here that Guna avatar is Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu. These are associated with different guna. Then Manvantara avatar also they are there. Manus are there. So many Manus, Sarvabhauma, Rishiva, Dhameshtu, Sudama. So 14 menus are there. 14 Manus are there. So the 14 Manus are written in this. Who are the 14? So in this way, all this avatar Lord is explaining in details actually. There are innumerable incarnations of Krishna. There is no possibility of counting them. We can simply indicate that by giving the example of moon and the branches of tree. So we cannot know how many Lord incarnations. O Lord and Brahmana, just at 100,000 of small rivulet issue from great reservoir water, innumerable incarnation flow from Hari. This is the verses for 1, 3 to 26. It is say that is like a very nice Sanskrit. Say that Hare avatara hi asankhya. Asankhya means like a rivulet, like a waves in the ocean. One cannot count. In the beginning of Krishna incarnate himself as Purusha Avatar, Vishnu incarnation. These are three types. So Purusha Avatar are three types. One is Mahavishnu. Vishnu has three forms called Purusha. First Mahavishnu, then Garbhodakasai Vishnu, who is situated within each universe. Mahavishnu is creator of total material energy. The second is Garbhodakasai, who is situated within each universe. Third is Kshirodakasai Vishnu, who lives in the heart of living entity, Paramatma. He who knows this three become liberated from the clutches of Maya. Krishna has unlimited potency. Out of his three is achieved willpower, power of knowledge, creative energy. Three energies are Krishna. One is Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti. Ichha Shakti means willpower. Whatever he says, it will be happen. Jnana Shakti, power of knowledge. Kriya Shakti, creative energy, action. Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, and Kriya Shakti. The predominator of the willing potency is Lord Krishna. By his supreme will, everything comes into existence. Therefore, it is said that not a blade of grass moves without the sanction of the Lord. So he is the willing. In willing, there is a need of knowledge. That knowledge is expressed through Vasudeva. There is no possibility of creation without thinking, feeling, willing, knowledge, and activities. The combination of supreme will, knowledge, and action brings about cosmic manifestation. So willpower, Krishna want let there be a creation. Krishna said that Aham evasum evagri. There was nothing. I am alone, no creation. Then Krishna will to create. And how it is created? Through the knowledge that is in Vasudev form. And knowledge, again, activities. Then all these Purusha Avatar, Garbhodakasai Vishnu, Mahavishnu, Garbhodakasai. In this way, how the cosmic manifestation is coming on. By willpower, by knowledge and action. Just like we desire to do something. First we desire, will. Then we have a knowledge what to do. Then we have to act on this. Exactly same. Lord Sankarsana is Lord Balaram, being predominator of creative energy. He creates both material and spiritual world. So Balaram is the creator of spiritual. Because Sankarsana is the Lord Balaram himself. The original Sankarsana, Lord Balaram, is the cause of both material and spiritual creation. He is predominating deity of egotism. By will of Krishna, the power of spiritual energy, he creates spiritual world, which consists of planet Golok, Vrindavan, Vaikuntha planet. So Balaram creates all the things. Actually create manifested, because already everything is eternal. Although there is no question of creation as far as spiritual world is concerned, the spiritual world nonetheless manifested by supreme will of Sankarsana is a manifestation. Creation is already there. The spiritual world is the abode of pastime of eternal spiritual energy. Gokul, the supreme abode planet, appears like a lotus flower that has thousands of petals. The whole of that lotus is abode of Supreme Lord Krishna. The lotus-shaped supreme abode is created by the will of Lord Ananta. Ananta is same Balaram. By the energy of material energy, by the agency of material energy, the same Lord Sankarshan creates all universe. The dull material energy known in modern language as nature is not the cause of material universe. Is all created by Sankarshan. Without Supreme Personality of Godhead energy, dull matter cannot create cosmic manifestation. Its power does not arise from material energy itself, but it is endowed by Sankarshan. This is the problem with scientists. They say everything from the physical law. What is the physical law? With physical law, the matter is dull. How it can create all these things? It cannot create material universe. Dull matter cannot. It has to be activated. That activation is given by Sankarshan. Sankarshan created. Dull matter alone cannot create anything. Material energy produces creation by the power of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Iron itself has no power to burn. But when iron is placed in fire, it is empowered to burn. That's a beautiful analogy. So material energy cannot create, the material universe cannot created by material energy. There has to be a physical law. Science is coming to the end point as everything started physical law. And there has to be a lawmaker. Physical law itself cannot do anything. There has to be a lawmaker. That is the power of Supreme Law. Through the Sankarshan, through the Mahavishnu. Sankarshan expansion is Mahavishnu, Kshirodakasai Vishnu, all the things. Balaram Krishna are the original efficient and material causes of material world. As Mahavishnu and the material energy, they enter into the material element, create the diversity by multi-energy. They are the cause of all causes. The form of the Lord that descend into material world is to create, called an avatar. They are called incarnation. Avatar means they descend from the spiritual world. All the expansion of Lord Krishna are actually resident of spiritual world. But when they descend into material world, they are called avatar. To glance over the material energy, empower her, Lord Sankarshan first incarnates as a Lord Mahavishnu. See how the material universe created, because Lord Sankarshan, which is Balaram, who manifests first incarnate as Mahavishnu. Then Mahavishnu glance at the material universe, created this, as a glance at this material nature and create this universe. In the beginning of creation, Lord expanded himself the form of Purusha incarnation, accompanied by all ingredient of material creation. First, he created system principle of energies, uh, energy suitable for creation. This was for the purpose of manifesting material universe. So these are the very, very details in things given, uh, is spoken by, instructed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Sanatana Goswami. Karan Dokosai Vishnu is the first incarnation of Supreme Lord. Is the cause of master of eternal time, space, cause, effect, mind, element. So Karan Dokosai Vishnu. Then after he created everything, all the material universe, material elements, then Garbhodakasai Vishnu and sum total of all living entity, both moving and non-moving. That original personality of Godhead named Sankarshan first lies down the river Viraja, which serves as a border between material and spiritual world. As Karandakasai Vishnu, he is the original cause of material creation. The Viraja, the causal ocean, is border between spiritual and material world. The material energy is situated in one shore of that ocean. It cannot enter into other shore, which is the spiritual sky. There is a river called Viraja, which bifurcated or divided to spiritual and material world. In the spiritual world, there is neither mode of passion, mode of ignorance, or a mixture of both, nor is there adulterated goodness. Influence of time or Maya herself, only there is no influence of time or Maya. Only the pure devotee of the Lord who are worshipped both by demigods and by demons reside in the spiritual world with the Lord associate. Only pure devotee. There is no Maya there. Maya has two functions. One is called Maya, other is called Pradhana. Maya refers to the efficient cause, Pradhana refers to ingredient that create cosmic manifestation. Pradhana means all these elements. Just like your house, we need brick, we need cement. These are called Pradhana. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead glance over the material energy, she become agitated. At that time, Lord inject original semen of living entity. So how Lord created everything? To impregnate with the seeds of living entity, Lord himself does not directly touch the material energy, but by his specific functional expansion, he touches the material energy. Thus, living entity who are his part and parcel are impregnated into the material nature. He did not do that, but there is a functional expansion is there. The functional expansion did. He said that Sakshata Lokannu Srijati. Aitreya Upanishad is that Rasaikatya Lokannu Sirja iti. In the condition stage, we are impregnated according to bodily conception, that is by sexual intercourse. But Supreme Lord does not need sexual intercourse to impregnate. Impregnation is performed simply by his glance. This is also explained in Brahma Savidangani Jasya Sakalendra Vitimanti Prashanti Panti Kalayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadujjala Vigrahasya Govinda Madhipurusha. Govinda can impregnate simply by glancing. In other words, his eyes can work as his genitals. Does not need genitals to beget child. Indeed, Krishna can beget any one of the living entity with any part of his body. Swanga Visheshabharupe, indicating the form by which the Lord begets living entity in the material world, is explained here in He is the Lord Shiva. In the Brahma Samhita, it is stated that Lord Shiva, who is another form of Mahavishnu, is like a yogurt. Yogurt is nothing but a milk, yet it is not milk. Similarly, Lord Shiva is considered the father of his universe. Material nature is considered the mother. The father and mother are known as Lord Shiva and Goddess Durga. Together, Lord Shiva genitals in the vagina Durga are worshipped as the Shivalinga. This is the origin of material creation. The Lord Shiva's position is between that of a living entity, that of Supreme Lord. In other words, Lord Shiva is neither Supreme Lord nor a living entity. He is the form through which the Supreme Lord works to beget living entity within the material world. As a yogurt is prepared when milk is mixed with culture, the form of Lord Shiva expands when Supreme Personality of God is in touch with material nature. The impregnation of material nature is the father by Father Lord Shiva is wonderful because one time innumerable living entity are conceived. Bhogo jivasya vijnana sa sacha anantaya kalpate. So here very important point. So Mahavishnu, when he is lying down in the causal ocean, which is called Viraja river, with the border of spiritual, so he created this Maya. Maya means there are two things. One is pradhana elements, the material elements. So he created material elements and he glances this material energy. When he glances, he is agitated and creation will happen and impregnated all living entity. That functional things Mahavishnu do not touch because Mahavishnu do not touch to Maya. So he created a functional expansion that is called Sadasiv, Lord Shiva, which is a functional expansion of Mahavishnu. Then Mahavishnu from through Lord Shiva and the material energy called Parvati, together all this creation has all living entity, many at one time many living entity comes forth. Therefore Lord Shiva is, although he is a functional expansion of Mahavishnu, but because it touches the material energy nature, so he is neither the living entity nor this Supreme Lord also. Because Supreme Lord cannot touch, cannot mix with the material energy. Narayana Parabhakta. Narayana is beyond. Krishna say, I am beyond these three modes of material energy. Because it's functional specification in Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva is actually is a special form where neither he is Supreme Lord nor he is uh, living entity. So he created so many innumerable Brahmandas is coming from the Lord, and innumerable living entity also come from the pores of the transcendental body of the Lord. This is a process of material creation. The pore of the when is breathing from the pore of the Lord, innumerable universe come and innumerable living entity. And this functional expansion is done by the expansion of Mahavishnu, which is called Lord Shiva. In due course of time, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Mahavaikuntanath, by the agency of expansion of his personal self, Mahavishnu, placed the seat of living entity within the womb of material nature. First, total material energy is manifested. From this arises three types of egotism, which are original source from which all demigods controlling deity sense and material element expands. So, how this very detail is given. Combining all different elements, Supreme Lord created all universe. Thus, the universe are unlimited in number. There is no possibility of counting them. So, the first form of Lord Vishnu, called Mahavishnu, is the original creator of total material energy, and innumerable universe emanates from the pores of his body. These universes are understood to be floating in the air that Mahavishnu excels. They are like atomic particles that float in sunshine, pass through the holes of his screen. All these universes are thus created by exhalation of Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu inhales, they re-enter his body. The unlimited opulence of Mahavishnu are completely beyond material conception. The Brahma and other lords, the mundane worlds appear from the pores of Mahavishnu, remain alive from duration of his one exhalation. I adore the Primable Lord Govinda. Mahavishnu is a person of plenary person. So this Mahavishnu is a person of plenary person of Krishna. And all this by inhaling, exhaling, Brahma is gone. Brahma created, Brahma died. How powerful is Mahavishnu? But that Mahavishnu is just nothing but a person and the person of Krishna. Partial expansion. Etacham sakala Krishna, Krishna tu Bhagavan. They are all no person of the person. Mahavishnu is the super soul of all universe, lying on the causal ocean, the master of all material worlds. I have thus explained the truth of first personality of Godhead Mahavishnu. I shall now explain the glory of the second personality of Godhead, that is Garbhodakasai Vishnu. Mahavishnu expanded unlimited for enter into each of them. See, after creation of all the universe, Mahavishnu expand himself and enter into the limitless universe. He saw that there was darkness all around. There was no place to stay. He therefore began to consider the situation. With the perspiration produced from his own body, Lord filled the half of the universe with water. He then lay down on that water, on the bed of the Lord Sesa. A lotus flower then sprouted from the lotus navel of that Garbhodakasai Vishnu. That lotus flower became Lord Brahma's birthplace. How Lord Brahma is. And in the stem of the lotus flower, the 14 worlds were generated. Then he became the Lord Brahma. See, the whole universe is half filled with water by perspiration. And Lord is lying down in Sesa, and from his navel, Brahma created. And Brahma, for this, all these 14 worlds, all these 14 worlds are generated. For each universe, there are so many universes. Every universe, Garbhodakasai Vishnu, 14 world is created. ओम भूर्भुवस्य भूलोक भूवलोक महलोक जनलोक सत्यलोक sorry tapoloka satyaloka atala patala vitala, all these 14 planetary system is created in the stem of the lotus flower. In this way, Supreme Personality of Godhead in his form, Vishnu incarnation, maintain the entire material world, since he is always beyond the material quality. The material nature cannot touch him. Although he was there in material universe, but material nature cannot touch him. Supreme Lord in his form as Rudra, Lord Shiva, brings about the dissolution of material creation. The other one only by his will are their creation, maintenance, dissolution of the whole cosmic manifestation. Rudra is Lord Shiva, is for dissolutions. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva are the three incarnations of material quality. Creation, maintenance, destruction, respectively, are under the charge of these three personalities. Garbhodaka Vishnu, known within the universe as Hiranyagarbha and Antarjam in Super Soul, is glorified in Vedic hymn, being the hymn that starts with word Sahasrasira. Sahasrasira. Third expansion of Vishnu is called Kshirodakasai Vishnu, with incarnation quality of goodness. He is to be counted within the both type of incarnation, Purusha Avatar and Guna Avatar. Both is Purusha Avatar and Guna Avatar. Kshirodakasai Vishnu is the universal form of the Lord and is the super soul within the living entity. He is known as Kshirodakasai because he is Lord who lies on the ocean of milk. He is maintainer and master of the universe. So he is both Kshirodakasai Vishnu is both the universal form of the Lord and also therefore it is called his Purusha Avatar as well as he is the is both Purusha Avatar and Guna Avatar. No one can count the innumerable pastime incarnation of Lord Krishna. So I shall describe the principal one. So now he is going on Ramchandra, Narasimha, all Lila Avatar and all. So in this way, Lord Opulences is so much, so many incarnations, so many things. So it is like a beyond our material conception, beyond our scientific purview. Science are nothing very insignificant in this regard. It's very inconceivable. Inconceivable it is. So this is very, very important subject matter also because you should know the how Lord has created the material world, how why so many incarnations are there, who are they all. So he's very detailing all the things to Sanatana Goswami. After that, he's glorifying the Vaikuntha Loko, how Vaikuntha Loko is so we cannot measure the length and breadth of the Lord. It's so unlimited. So in this way, he is explaining these different forms of the Lord and very details about the forms and glories of the his things. So I will show you one of the so you can easily know by this seeing this slide, you can know that Krishna's you can know that how Krishna's this different incarnation, different forms are there. You can see here that how Krishna Swarupa, the three type of thing. One is Swayam Rupa, one is Tadatmika Rupa, Abhesh Rupa. Swayam Rupa is divided into Swayam Prakasa Prabhava, where Krishna married to the 16,000 wife, and he also expanded 1608. In Rasalila also he was expanded millions, billions. That is called Prabhava Prakasa. And Vaibhava Prakasa is like feature is differently manifested, like Balaramji. They're called Vaibhava Prakasa. They are all in Goloka Vrindavan, their original form. Then this Tadatmika Rupa is like resemble as Swayam Rupa, but there are some different in bodily features. And these are also two types. One is Prabhava, Vilasa and so on. Vilasa means pastime form. Like Prabhava, Vilasa also two types, Prabhava and Vaibhava. What is the Prabhava? Prabhava has also divided. Prabhava also is like expansion of the Balaram, the Chaturbhuya, first Chaturbhuya, Sankarsana, Aniruddha Padamna. First Sankarsana is again created by another four. And another four from each of them, so many Madhava, Kesava, all 12 presiding deities of the different months is manifested. Also, all other pastime expansion, Narsinga, all the things came out. In this way, 24 forms coming out. That is called Prabhava. And there's a Vaibhava Vilasa also there. So after this Prabhava and Vaibhava Vilasa, there is a Sonsa. The Sonsas are very important. The Sonsa, there's a Vaibhava Vilasa also there. In Vaibhava Vilasa, So what happened? The Vaibhava Vilasas are all these like all these murti, different Vilasa Murti, Odokyaja, Purushottam, Narayana, Madhava, Kesava, all these things, they are called Vilasa, Vaibhava Vilasa. Then after that, so and so. In so and so, there are so many avatars there, like Lila avatar, Purusha avatar, Manavanta, this kind of a different category. Manmantar avatar, Guna avatar. In this way, is 6 kind of things. Then in Purusha avatar, Lila avatar, all the Moksha, Kurma, Ram, Vamana, Barha, in this way 24, principal 24 incarnation. And in Purusha avatar, Kirodaka Sai Vishnu, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, Karandaka Sai Vishnu, Garbhodaka Sai Kirodaka Sai Vishnu. So by Karandaka Sai or Mahavishnu, the expansion of Sankarshan, so it created the Mahatattva, means all the ingredient for material universe. So, and when it glances into that, everything is created. And the functional expansion is called Lord Shiva. Because Lord Shiva, when touched with the material nature, Parvati, all the living entity are coming out. So in this way, so many living entity are impregnated. Then Lord expanded and going into all the universes as Garbhodaka Vishnu to maintain it. After that, he expanded again as the Kshirodaka Vishnu in all this living entity, the super soul, Paramatma. So in this way, so many avatars are there. This is the transcendental form of the Lord. So we will stop here. We'll continue. We'll continue this the teaching tomorrow. Tomorrow we will finish this little bit of touch the devotionals. A little bit of will touch the devotional service, and also the 64 way, the Atmaram verse. So tomorrow we will complete the Sanatana Goswami teaching. Then we can, day after tomorrow, we'll go to the Prakashananda Saraswati teaching Sarvabhauma and Ramananda Rai. So thank you very much. On this note, we will just stop here. Jai teaching of Lord Chaitanya ki jai, Chaitanya Chaitamutta ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Bol. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki